The laced long pass, or ping, is one of the most essential passes in soccer. Every player should be able to play it. In just one pass, you can beat the defense or switch the point of attack, but it can be challenging to learn. In this video, I'll walk you through the technique step by step. The first part to playing a beautiful ping is often overlooked. If you want to play the perfect ball, you need to set yourself up for it. Your first touch, or the touch you take before you pass it, needs to be on the money. It should roll flat, since bounces may result in mishit passes, making it slice left or right. Your touch also needs to be out diagonal from you and several yards away from your body. It needs to be wide, outside of your hip line, which will allow you to get under the ball when you strike it, but I'll talk more about that later. Likewise, if you kill your first touch, you won't be able to get under the ball and get the power needed to ping it. Now that we've set ourselves up to succeed, the next thing we need to do is correct our standing foot placement. This is a simple fix, since we want our standing foot to be positioned the same way it is as when we shoot. 6 inches to the side of the ball, but in line with it, or even just ahead of the ball. So as it rolls before you make contact, the ball gets in line with your standing foot. And this requires you to time your run up correctly. Speaking of, when you're running up to the ball, try not to stutter or approach the ball slowly. The faster you can run, the better. The run up should be fast to build up speed and momentum to help ping the ball farther. If you want a more powerful ping and increase the distance it travels, this is a simple tweak that goes a long way. Okay, so quickly, to summarize, so far we have a great first touch, setting up the ball to be struck, then we have a perfectly timed run up, building momentum as we go before we plant our standing leg 6 inches beside the ball. Now, when we're striking the ball, you want to use this part of your foot, and if you feel your foot right now, I'm talking about right where you have this thick, curved bone on the top of your foot. Use that part of your foot and hit the ball at the middle of the ball or below it. Depending exactly where you hit the ball will change the type of ping you're playing. So let's take a second to apply this to a real-life game situation. Let's say you're playing a team that has a high defensive line, and you have a teammate making a run in behind them. In this case, you want to ping the ball over the defenders into space for your striker to run onto. To play this pass, you need to hit lower on the ball. This will cause the ball to go up higher and be a bit more of a lofted or chip type of long ball. This is perfect because then the ball will drop down into your teammate's path rather than running through to the goalkeeper. And here's another example. In this case, we want to switch the point of attack quickly to beat the defense around the opposite side. For this long ball, you want to hit higher up on the ball, just below the middle of the ball. And this will keep the ball lower and it will travel with more speed to your teammate. The quicker the ball moves for this pass, the better, since it doesn't give the defense as much time to get across the field to defend. Regardless of what type of ping you're looking to hit, you'll need to lock your ankle when you make contact. This will help the pass have more power and be more reliable. If you don't lock your ankle, your ping is more likely to slice either left or right. Unlike when you're shooting though, when you're pinging a ball, you want to lean back and to the side. You want to lean to the side opposite to the foot you're striking with. So if you're right-footed, you want to lean to your left and vice versa. These leans are important for 2 reasons. Firstly, when you lean back, it is going to be easier to get under the ball and get height on your long pass. That's why you don't lean back when you shoot, because it'll blaze over the bar. Also, leaning back and to the side positions your hips so that it is farther away from the ball than they would be if you're leaning over the ball. This makes it easier to get complete hip and knee extension. And this is how you get more power on your long balls. There's 3 keys. Like I said earlier, build momentum in your run-up to transfer your force through the ball. Second, hit it with your ankle locked, so all the force from your swing goes through the ball rather than out through your toes. And finally, the lean. This allows the full hip and knee extension, meaning that your quadriceps and hip flexors can contract with the most force possible, causing the ball to fly farther. If your knee or hip is partly bent when you strike the ball, you're taking distance off your pass. And that's okay at times when the player isn't as far from you. But if you're trying to hit the balls farther or with more power, then you need to have this full hip and knee extension. However, for most players, this comes naturally. What probably doesn't come naturally to you though, is shooting the ball with power and accuracy. Watch this video here, where I show you the technique for this, making you a more dangerous threat in front of goal and from range.